Hello and welcome to the Lesbian Lounge, a podcast for the girls who like girls. I'm your host and your resident lesbian big sister, Juliet Taylor, and I'm here to answer your guys' questions, give advice on your dilemmas, and of course, chat about your wildest lesbian dating stories. So grab a drink, get comfy, and welcome into the Lesbian Lounge. How are we doing, guys? Are we all coping in this actual heat wave? Are we joking? It's like 30 degrees. Now, when I'm in Florida, I don't mind 30 degrees. Actually, that's a lie, I do. If I'm lying on a sunbed all day, I don't mind 30 degrees because you can jump in the pool, jump in the sea, chill in your bikini. Florida is horrible because you're walking around like a Disney or a Universal Park all day, getting seriously sweaty. Then you go inside and get the aircon, which is too cold. Then you come back outside and just get sweaty again. England, 30 degree heat, disgusting, quite frankly. We're just not made for the weather, are we? I had my windows down earlier, but then I was on I don't know what the roads are called, the dual carriageway, where it blows at you. So I put my windows up and put the aircon on, and the aircon was just blowing hot air around. So I was really getting stressed and overwhelmed and hot and sweaty. I don't like being sweaty. And I think I've told you all before, my girlfriend Lucy is quite a sweaty sleeper. So when we're sleeping together, I then get sweaty because she's sweaty, and then I'm like, ugh, but I want to cuddle her. So it's all just a big stress. I'm a sweaty mess, to be quite honest, guys. But I hope you're all coping better than I am because, yeah, it's just too hot. So I've cranked the window open in the podcast studio. The heating is not on. And I'm in shorts and a t-shirt, which, to be fair, is quite nice to be able to actually dress for summer, because at the end of the day, it's summer, isn't it? It's the summer holidays. Whoop whoop, summer holidays, nearly over though, aren't they? Sad, but I am going away after the summer holidays, hopefully twice. As you all know, at Pride, I won my holiday voucher for my musical statue, Sex Positions. So hopefully me and Lucy are going to use that towards a trip at the week of my birthday, and then the weekend of my birthday, which is my actual birthday on the Saturday, me and one of my besties are going to Disneyland Paris. So we're really excited. A little business trip, because obviously we do the princess party, so we're just going to suss out the competition, get some inspiration. So we're very excited for our business trip. We booked it in the Raven the other day. Guys, I don't remember if I told you all this last week. Have I told you all that I'm now a bartender? Probably have. I literally pull pints at the Raven. I actually made a glass of wine the other night. So next thing you know, I'm going to be making all your cocktails. I think I did tell you guys that. Sorry, I've told you it twice now. I'm just reaffirming the fact that I am a bartender. So, come see me for sexy shaking cocktails. I probably wouldn't be allowed to do that. Lucy wouldn't let me. But Lucy can shake your cocktails, and I'll pull you a pint of beer. Your Guinness, your Road Crew, your Camden Hells, Juicy Apple. I'm going to try and name loads of beers now. In Bloom, but that's not there forever. Jakehead, that's not there forever. Because if you didn't know, at the Raven, they've got a line of beers at the back that are rotational. Listen to me talking pub, guys. So when it runs out, if it's been really popular, they'll get it back or they'll change it for something else. Vocation IPAs, session IPAs, pale ales. They've got it all, guys. So if you're a beer, ale, is there a difference between beer and ale? I don't know. If you're a lover of things like that, you will love the Raven, and the cocktails are unbelievable. Anything else to update you guys on? Guys, look what's here actually. I think I'm probably going to keep it in the studio. This is my cup that Lucy painted for me. So I think I told you all, we went on our date day to Canny Crafty in Newcastle, and we painted each other cups, and she wrote "I love you" on the inside of it. So there's, on the little handle, there's a J and a L. There's stars, smiley faces, cherries, a heart, says sexy. There's a flower, there's an evil eye, because you guys know I love my evil eyes. There's, did I say cherries? There's another love heart. Lucy drew my boobs, and she drew arrows pointing to them, and her exact words are, "Look at these boobs." So yeah, it's really cute. And obviously I did Lucy's, and mine was nowhere near as good as Lucy's is for me, because she's much more talented than I am. But yeah, I thought that could live here in the podcast studio, because obviously it's matching the theme. It's cherries, it's gay, it's boobs, so it matches the vibe. I love it. We went on a really cute date day yesterday. We did an escape room, and honestly, we did better than I expected. Did we get out of the room? No. Does that mean theoretically, according to the escape room we did, we're now trapped in like 1969 in an arcade? Yes, but it's okay. I've only done one escape room before, and it was like literally you went to like so many different rooms, whereas this one you walked in, the room was tiny, and it was like, God, is this it? Like, is this the whole room? We thought so, until we got to one clue, and then this thing just went boom and opened up. So then you went into another room, but then we had to keep coming through to the other room to see the clues on the screen because we needed the clues. And then at one point there was like something on the board, and Lucy was like, I've got this. And so I was in the other room like telling her where to put things, and she was like doing it, and I'd explained a screwdriver wrong. So I went back in and I was like, oh, there's fluff in my mouth, and I was like, no, this one needs to go here. And when I went here, a hatch opened, something fell from the sky, so I literally screamed. I won't repeat the scream because my poor earphone listeners will cry, but it was really stressful, and then I was really on edge the rest of the game that something was going to jump out at me. So when the timer was nearly up, Lucy was like, just be prepared that there's probably going to be a sound, but it was just like, you know, like an alarm, doodle-doo, doodle-doo. So we didn't make it out, and we asked the guy, we were like, how far away were we? And he was like, not far at all, you were probably like 3 clues away. But like tasks, but the task that we were on, we were like, so what was it? Because we were so stuck. And then he explained it, and there's no chance we would have got that. So I'm like, we need to book that same one again. It was I think it's called like Levels in Newcastle. It was the arcade escape one. I think we need to book that one again, because now we kind of know what to do to get into that other room, and like we know how to complete that task, then we should be able to like complete an escape from the room. Do you know what I mean? So I think we need to do that. But it was really good fun. And then we went to the Alchemist, went to loads of places for little cocktails. Mother Mercy, I've never been before. Honestly, one of the nicest bars I've been in. Obviously the Raven's my favourite, but it was really nice in there. Really nice vibes. The guy serving us, Craig, I think he was called. Shout out to you, Craig. You were lovely. But it was just a really cute night. And then we went to the Newcastle Tap. Was that what it was called? I think so. For pizza. It was just like so cute and wholesome. And we did the photo booth, and it's just the fact that literally Lucy's like, come on, we're getting in the photo booth, and she's like, right, we're doing an Instagram dump from the day. Like, she wants to post me, and like, oh, honestly, she is just the love of my life. And we just had a proper cute chat. Like, out of nowhere, she was just like, I can never see myself being with anyone else. Like, you are my person. And I was like, oh, what do you think? Like, because obviously I think that about her, but like when you hear that from the person that you love, it's like, makes your heart tingle. So love you, my wife. Every week I feel like Lucy just gets a shout out. So love you, my angel darling wife. Mwah! Any other updates, guys? Tell you what I did do, which was quite fun. Do you all remember the bracelet Lucy bought me? Well, you all know I wear permanent bracelets. So I went to the lady who does my permanent bracelets, shout out Jewels by Jess, Tynemouth Market, and we made the bracelet Lucy bought me into a permanent bracelet. So it's now stuck on me forever. So I text Lucy and I was like, I now have a part of you permanently attached to me, which is really cute. So thank you, Jewels by Jess. Thank you, Lucy. I don't really think there's any other updates, guys. So shall we crack on? I think so. Without further ado, let's jump straight on into this week's episode. So this week's question of the week is, what is a lesbian stereotype that you fully lean into with no shame? I'm thinking we're going to get a lot of like women's football lovers, because that would be mine. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I really fit into that many other lesbian stereotypes. Would I say I do? I guess like, I don't know, like being a femme who dates a really masked lesbian. Is that a stereotype? I don't know. I'd say mine would probably be like being a women's football fan and fancying Lucy Bronze. But let's see what you guys say. Here we go. This is what I just said. The mask with the femme relationship where I don't have to take the lead all the time. Someone gave us a question mark. They obviously didn't understand the question. U-hauling, falling way too fast for someone and planning out our entire future in my head within a few months of dating. Okay, that's also me. I mean, me and Lucy haven't U-hauled because we both still we don't live together. We just basically spend all our time at each other's houses. But yeah, we did fall very fast. We were talking about this yesterday, actually, saying like how in a straight relationship, because we're 4 months in, it was our 4-month anniversary 2 days ago. 4 months in a straight relationship, you're probably like, you know, you're close, but you're not talking about your future, like literally planning it, being as close as a lesbian couple are. But then I was like, yeah, we're moving fast, but also in lesbian terms, we're probably not moving that fast. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's probably people who after 4 months have already like probably got engaged or actually moved in. You know, I feel like we're probably like we're moving at a comfortable pace, but do you know what I mean? Move at your own pace. Do you know what I mean? I'm happy with where we're going. Kalani, I'm assuming that means they fancy Kalani, that our relationship timescale is like dog years. 5 years together seems like 35 years. It is so true. There was like lesbian time is different. It just is. Dom, soft, mask, lesbian. I'm the literal definition. Fair enough. I love women's football. Same girl. Moving too quickly and saying I love you way too soon. I can relate to that, but I don't think there's ever a time that's too soon to say I love you. Like, if you feel it, if you genuinely feel like you want to say it, why hold yourself back? Like, because me and Lucy had this when we were getting like really close and falling in love. And we were like, why are we going to stop ourselves from falling in love and letting ourselves enjoy this relationship just because we're going to be seen to be moving too fast? But it's like, there's no too fast. If you both feel that connection, why not just let yourselves enjoy it rather than holding yourselves back because of fear of what other people are going to think and say? Baffling. This Les loves to wear a carabiner. Fair enough. I do often wear a carabiner when I go out with my like lesbians at our events. Normally I steal them from people. I've stole one from Meg, shout out Meg, one from Alicia, shout out Alicia. And I said it's going to be my mission at every event I host to steal someone's carabiner, and eventually I'll buy my own. But I think I want like a pink sparkly carabiner. And I always never know what side to wear it on. I was told one time I was wearing it on the side of a top. I think it's top on the right, bottom on the left, switch in the middle. I could be so wrong, but I was wearing it on the top one time and I was like, I'll just change that over. Even though last night I was very dominant with Lucy in the bedroom. She was like, that wasn't dominant. You were just telling me what you wanted. And I was like, bitch, I'm a fucking dominatrix. Like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? I was not being dominant at all. I was just, normally I'm like, just do what you want to me. But last night I was like, I want this. I want this. I want this position. Sorry, mother. I know you're listening to this. She told me off. Was it last week or the week before? She was like, too much information. And I was like, you're the one choosing to listen to the podcast. Days-long dates. Yeah, mine and Lucy's second date lasted like 2 days. LOL. You whole lesbian, I do move fast, but it's worked for me so far. Fair enough, that's the thing. Like, if it works out, if you both feel that urge to move in, to say I love you, to do whatever, don't stop yourself because of the fear of what other people are going to say. I'm such a commitment gay. Like, once I start talking to someone and I'm interested, I'm fully locked in and lose interest in anyone else. Again, I relate to that. I actually was surprised when me and Lucy started talking. She was the one who deleted the dating apps first, because I think she was talking to other people, started talking to me and literally ghosted them all instantly, whereas I was still planning dates with other people, because I've told you all, I was planning on slag summer, wasn't I? Like, I literally had dates planned. And then Lucy was just happened to be the first date, because it literally was like the day of. I was like, right, let's go. And she was like, okay. Then we fell in love. Yeah, she was the one who was like, right, I've deleted it. And I was like, okay, me too. Like, it's gone. I'm there. Like, we're locked in for each other. And that was it. Like, after our first date, I didn't speak to any of the girls, and Lucy didn't either. But she'd stopped speaking to other girls when we were just talking, whereas I was still chatting to other girls. But there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? I was playing the field, keeping my options open. And then as soon as I had that first date with Lucy, because I think I've told you all, haven't I? Like, her pictures were very femme. Like, a lot of her pictures were old as well. Like, they were literally from when she had a boyfriend and she was a little closeted lesbian. I still don't know how boys dated her. That sounds horrible. Not in a bad way, just because she looked so fucking gay. I don't know how boys were dating this girl thinking, oh my god, yeah, she's so straight. Like, she looked like such a little dyke. So I don't get it, but a lot of the photos from when she was trying to be straight. So she just like, she looked so awkward and uncomfortable, bless her. And she was dressing more femme, even though she's very much a mask. So I was like, not fully obsessed by the photos, because you all know my type is like a proper mask lesbian, like hair in a bun, dresses like a boy, giving that vibe. And she wasn't giving that vibe. But then on the date, I was like, fuck, she's giving that vibe. And then I fell in love instantly. So yeah, this lesbian loves astrology and crystals. Yeah, that's a very lesbian stereotype, isn't it? Like quite witchy and stuff. You would love the Raven then, because it's all like tarot cardy. It's beautiful. I'm a U-Haul lesbian. I don't know. I need constant physical contact wherever we go. That's me in the relationship. I'm like, I need to always have a hand on Lucy. I need to be like touching her. Whereas, because she's spent so long like in the closet and like hiding herself, she's still sort of becoming comfortable with her sexuality. So she's normally not the one touching me. But recently, guys, she's been getting confident. Like yesterday, we had a full-on snog in the metro station. And I was like, what's got into you? And she was like, I just don't care what people think anymore. And I was like, I'm so glad, like, because she deserves just to feel confident in herself and put her fucking tongue down my throat in public without fear of judgment from other people. So I'm proud of her. But yeah, I'm a physical contact girl. I love women's football. I really love Newcastle United. So the sporty cliche got me eventually. Let's do 2 more. All of my relationships have been long distance. But that's so lesbian, isn't it? And I bet one lived in America, one lived in China, and one lived in Japan. Do you know what I mean? Like, lesbians can't just choose someone who lives like down the road. I mean, I guess I chose Sunderland, which isn't too far. It's always someone who lives so far away, and you end up falling in love and probably, unfortunately, getting your heart broken. But it's a very lesbian thing to do. Okay, last one. Being into DIY. That's my wife. She will fix things. She will make things. She's so handsy. I've told you all that before. She's very good with the hands. Yes, in both ways. But yeah, she's like a hands-on mask, whereas I'm like, I'll pay someone to do it. I'm not doing it myself. Anyway, that wraps up our question of the week. Shall we jump straight into some dilemmas? Let's go. My best friend is a TikTok lesbian, but met a trans guy who is the brother of her football teammate. Okay, she met a trans guy who's the brother of her football teammate. Understood. And now they're totally smitten with each other, and he is trying to get my best mate to go out with him. She's totally unsure, as she hates the stigma of sexuality can't be fluid, and she thinks people will judge her for being gay but falling for a trans man. Okay, this is my issue with the world. We all care, and I hold my hands up, I do it too. We all care too much what other people think. We stop ourselves living our lives unapologetically and authentically to how we want to, because we worry what other people will think. Like the other day, I went into the club. I'm wearing some cute little sandals today, and I was wearing those sandals and I had my socks pulled like all the way up because I was actually coming to film the podcast, but then I realised I forgot my microphone. And because I was going to just take my sandals off when I got here. And I went into the club and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm in leggings with my socks all the way up and my sandals on. I look so stupid. And I was like, I bet no one in the shop is even going to realise, because everyone's so focused on what they're doing. And it's like, and even if someone does realise, they're probably going to think, that's a funny look. I wouldn't wear that. But my day is going to go on. Do you know what I mean? Even if someone said something, like, my life is going to carry on. It's not going to be the end of the world. It's not going to ruin my life. Like, we care so much what other people think. And like I said, I'm guilty. Like, I do it as well. I constantly have this like fear of judgment. And I know everyone does, but we need to stop. And I know it's so much easier said than done. But why do we care what people are going to say? If they're like, oh my God, I thought she was gay and now she's dating a man. Like, who gives a crap? At the end of the day, like, she's happy. If she's happy dating a man, a woman, someone who's non-binary, a trans person, like, who gives a crap? As long as you're happy at the end of the day, that's all that you should care about. And really, that's all that other people should care about. And that's saying, like, fuck labels. If you don't want to label yourself as a lesbian, label yourself as gay, as queer, as whatever you want. You do you. Do things to make you happy. don't give a crap what other people think. Shout out to your friends. I think they're great. Love you. Hope the relationship goes well. Okay, moving on. My girlfriend and I aren't intimate very often. We both have had very hard lives and have our own challenges, but for me, it's my mental health. I feel like it's not normal, but I know for a fact we are both only for each other. Sometimes I feel like that's super wrong. Sometimes I want more, and I'm sure sometimes so does she. We do talk about it in a non-pressuring way from time to time, but we're both content with each other. How do I spice it up? Or am I delusional and she doesn't like me, LMAO? Okay, so what you're saying is you don't have sex very often. You know you're both only for each other, but sometimes you want more. Does that mean you want someone else? Because that could be a way to bring some intimacy in, like bring in another lady. Do you know what I mean? And see if that spices things up, or like buy some toys, like have a little shop together. You know, there's so many different ways to spice up the bedroom, but if you're saying you're not doing it very often, like, why is that? Like, are you too tired at the end of the night? Is it like you're just not wanting to be intimate? Because if that's the case, then maybe you aren't as compatible with each other as you thought you were. You know, maybe you're sort of trying to convince yourself we're compatible, we're meant to be, we're meant to be. But if you're putting off sex and you're like not wanting it, you know, every night you're like, oh, I'm just too tired, I can't be asked, I'm not in the mood. Like, is it an issue with the relationship and maybe you're not as compatible sexually as you thought you were? Maybe everything else is great, but if the sexual chemistry isn't there, is that a deal breaker for you? Like, some people can happily live their lives with little to no sex but still have a great relationship with their partner. Other people, they need like the validation that comes from sex, you know, because it's the most intimate thing you can do with someone else. It's like very validating of love and everything like that. So I guess you need to assess how important is sex for you in a relationship. But if that's not the case at all, and it's just the fact that like you just aren't having sex, there's nothing more to it than the fact you're just not doing it, spice things up. Buy yourself a sexy little outfit. Like, you know, don't even mention it to her. Like, literally have your dressing gown on, have your sexy outfit underneath. She comes in from work, open the dressing gown. Like, there's no way she'll be resisting that. Do you know what I mean? And then if she is resisting that, then we know there's maybe a bit more of an issue. But I would have a little sexy outfit on and just whip it out. Like, buy some toys, do some shopping together, like talk about what you're both into. Like, do you need to try different things? Like, do you use a strap? Do you use a vibrator? Like, do some shopping, find some exciting things to spice things up. Maybe you want things really spicy. Like, I don't know, take the BDSM quiz and like compare your results. I've told you all, haven't I? Me and Lucy did that, and mine was like submissive and hers was dominant. So I was like, we're a match made in heaven. Even though now I've decided I'm the dominant one in the relationship because I was bossing Lucy around last night. So you're going to see my carabiner switch from the bottom to the top. Just saying. But yeah, spice things up, get some toys, get in another lady, or actually think, are we together the issue? Is that why we're not having sex? But hopefully it's not that. But good luck. Keep us updated. Let us know if the sex comes back. I'm moving on. Hi, I love the pod. Thank you. I love you. You're my favourite. My dilemma is that I've always had a problem with limerence, and particularly with an ex-situationship that I was super close with. We both have tried to go back to each other over the years, but we've also had other relationships. So how do I move on, girl? Okay, I didn't know what limerence was, so I've Googled it. So I will tell you all in case you don't know either. Limerence is a state of mind characterized by intense, obsessive infatuation with another person, often driven by the desire for that person to reciprocate their feelings. It's a form of intense involuntary attachment where the individual is preoccupied with thoughts and fantasies about the other person, even if those feelings aren't reciprocated. So what you're saying is you are still obsessed with your ex, and did you say she has those feelings too? You both tried to go back, so chances are you're both still just not fully over each other. So you keep trying to go back, but like you're getting with other people at the same time, but like the thought of her is always in your mind. I think a lot of people probably struggle with this, especially, I mean, I'm surprised we didn't have that on the lesbian stereotypes. Like, everyone, well, not everyone, but like, you know, in lesbian stereotype world, you're friends with your ex, your friends dating your ex, you know your ex, everyone's exes, and all lesbians are like connected some way. Do you know what I mean? I know not everyone's that way, but like, you get the gist, don't you? So it's hard because you're obviously maybe still like living close to each other, maybe you have like a similar friendship circle, but no matter who you're getting with, you're always going back to each other. What I want to know is why, when you're trying to go back to each other, it's not working out. Like, clearly there's something lacking, there's something missing. Are you communicating that to each other? Do you actually want to get back with her? Or is it just like, do you, because you both obviously have these feelings of like, yeah, I'm still friends, you should still fit, I'd still have sex with her. Is it just knowing that there's an easy option out there for you with her? Do you know what I mean? Is it just, oh, well, I know I can always get back with Sophie, so it's like, it's chill, I can get with other girls. If it doesn't work out, I'll ring Sophie, she'll be at my house in 10 minutes time. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, the limerence, okay. So it's like an obsessive infatuation, even if so you want that person to reciprocate the feelings that you have. So maybe you're slightly more invested in the ex than she's invested in you. So as hard as it is, maybe it's time. If you're convinced that this relationship can never work, like obviously if you think it could happen, keep trying, do you know what I mean? But if you're like, no, I'm more into it than her, she's getting with other girls, whatever, maybe it's time for a block. Maybe it's time we block and we move on, and we let her do her thing, but we don't need to see it. We just block, we don't ever speak again, we don't have any contact again. You go and sleep with another girl. The best way to get over someone's to get under someone, hee hee. Do you know what I mean? And that probably literally is the case, because, sorry, I'm cracking my fingers. I know everyone hates when I do that, especially Lucy. She actually gets really quite sassy about it. Sometimes a girl's just got to crack. But yeah, maybe, and you weren't even dating, they were a situationship. So yeah, I think it's time for a block. It's time to move on. Either give it one last chance or block and never think or speak to them again. I think they're your options. Good luck. Again, keep us updated. Moving on. Little background story. So, I experimented with my girlfriends from a very young age. It felt like an instinct to me, so I feel I knew I was gay a lot younger than other people. Fair enough, do you know what I mean? Like, you knew you were gay, you knew you liked girls, so you were like, okay, I'm gonna mess around with some ladies. So fair enough. One day, me and my friend got caught by our mums. It makes me cringe to think about. We were in so much trouble and never really saw each other again, despite our mums being friends. Fair enough. So maybe you were like having a snog with one of your friends and your mums were like, what the fuck are you doing? That's disgusting. There. I hate that. I'm sorry you went through that, because I don't understand why people have such an issue with girls kissing girls. Really riles me up. Anyway, you were young, you were like, okay, whatever, mum knows best, I'll not see this friend again. I would say that this damaged my confidence, though, in how long it took me to come out. I don't blame you. Like, imagine, like, your actual mum, like, your role model, the person you look up to, like, telling you off for fancying someone. Baffling. So I can imagine it would have, taken a lot for you to then come out to your family and be like, well, actually, I am gay, and the girls I wanted to kiss, and I've wanted to kiss girls, and I kissed that girl and you told me off, then I went and slept with all these boys to prove how straight I was to you. Like, it's hard. It's a really hard thing to go through. So yeah, it damaged my confidence in how long it took me to come out, as I felt like what I was doing was extremely wrong and odd. Not at all. You do you. It played on my mind as I grew up that I had this knowledge I was pushing something down and I didn't want to accept it inside of me. I had so much anxiety about it, laying awake and almost panicking about it, so much so that I started telling myself, this isn't a choice I've made, it's a part of me. I was 18 when I finally accepted I'm a lesbian, and I haven't looked back. Proud of you. Long story long story long, lol. Girls, if there's anyone out there in the closet, give yourself grace. It starts with accepting yourself first. So true. Thank you for that. I think that's an important story to tell on this podcast, because I think there's probably so many other people out there who've been through a similar experience, you know, being caught kissing a girl, like at a house party one night. People have seen it, and like, you know, whether it's family telling you that it's unacceptable, or friends like making fun of you, whatever it is, you know, and then you're like, okay, now I need to prove to everyone how straight I am. I'm not going to talk to girls, I'm not going to kiss girls, I'm going to go and sleep with all the boys, even though it's the most disgusting thing in the world, but I'm going to do it to prove to other people. Again, it's this like pleasing other people before yourself mentality. Like, it actually really frustrates me that people have to go through this, but I'm so proud of you for, you know, overcoming it, because so many people probably don't. The amount of girls out there that are probably married to a man just because when they were 14 at the house party and their mum told them off for kissing the girl, they decided on that day, okay, I'm never going to act on these feelings again. And now they're stuck married to a man with 3 kids and a house and a dog, and all they can think about is how much they'd rather be with the girl. Like, it genuinely breaks my heart. But the fact that you had the strength to, you know, actually stand up for yourself and be like, you know what, I can't hide these feelings anymore. This is a part of me. It's not something I can change. I am a lesbian. I'm going to do lesbian things and go and lick a vagina. I'm proud of you for that. But yeah, it's so true. Like, once you can, pardon me, have that acceptance and love within yourself, then you're flying, aren't you, really? Like, if you can accept yourself. If you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else? Can I get an amen up in here? Amen. RuPaul's Drag Race. Yeah, really proud of you for accepting yourself. And I think to anyone listening out there who's maybe not accepting themselves, maybe being in a similar situation, or maybe they haven't, they're just not feeling comfortable enough to come out as gay because they're worried something like that's going to happen. Fuck those feelings. Live your life for you. Kiss the girl, eat the pussy, suck the titties. Do you know what I mean? Just you do you. Okay, moving on. Let's do one more dilemma. Hey, hello. Thank you for creating such a safe and joyful space. Thank you for being here. Oh my God, I love you. I'm 34. I have a 5-year-old son, and I recently came out to my family and friends. It feels amazing. Like, I'm finally living my truth after years of trying to fit into something that really wasn't me. Amen. I'm so proud of you. Oh my God, guys, like, I'm actually so proud of you all. Like, living life for yourselves and owning the fact that we're carpet munchers and being fucking gay as fuck. I love it. I've only ever dated men until recently, when I went on my first date ever with a woman. It was a total disaster though, send help. But honestly, it confirmed everything I already knew. Okay, so the date was shit. Well, it wasn't shit, but it was a disaster. But it affirmed in your mind, like, God, I'm definitely gay. Like, I'm never dating a man again. Brilliant. Here's my dilemma. I don't have any queer friends. I adore my current circle, but I really want to connect with people who understand this part of me. I'm craving queer community, friendship, and maybe even a little romance. I'd love to meet the woman of my dreams along the way. So, how can I start meeting queer people around my age? Girlie, you need to get yourself in the Lesbian Lounge podcast group chat, because we have such a variety of ages of people from all over the UK connecting with each other. Obviously, if you're Northeast based, come along to some of the events that we do. Again, we have like a huge age range of people. I think we've literally had like 18 to 50 plus, potentially even. Well, my mum came to one of the events. I don't actually know how old my mum is. Someone asked me the other day how old my mum and dad were, and I was like, honestly, like, I actually don't know how old my parents are. Somewhere in the 50s, I think. Yeah, they are. Yeah, if you're in the Northeast, come along to one of my events, because we have such a vast age range of people. Masks, femmes, all the in-betweens, non-binary, trans. Like, we're so inclusive to everyone, any age, any sexuality, any gender, whatever it is. So come along, meet some people. You never know who you'll meet there. Like, literally the first event I did, I haven't actually seen the people since, so they haven't come to another event. But there was people like literally necking on, exchanging numbers. planning dates. I was like, I'd love to know if they're still together. Like, imagine if because of my events, someone met someone and they got married. That'd be so cute. I mean, I met like my literal best friends through doing my first event, and now I can't live without them. Shout out Chloe and Kareen, Tanya and Alicia. Love you all. And Sophie. Sophie didn't come to the first event, but still love Sophie. Yeah, so honestly, those, like, I'm not just bragging about my events. Like, wherever you live in the country, like there's Manchester, there's London, like, there is events dotted about all over the place. Like, they can be life-changing. Like, if I didn't host my first event, if I didn't meet Chloe and Kareen, I wouldn't have left my relationship, because I'd never opened up about how I was feeling until I met these girls, and they gave me the validation that I needed and said, you don't need a reason to leave. Like, the way you're feeling, so I've got really itchy nose, like, is enough reason to leave the relationship. And now, literally, I couldn't live life without them. They're all coming to the Raven on my birthday for drinks. Like, I wouldn't be where I am without going to my event, hosting it and meeting them. So try and get yourself out there, try and find some events, because there are plenty out there. Or get yourself in an online community. If you're not in the position to be going out physically, get yourself in the group chat, like, introduce yourself, because there is so many people in there from all different walks of life, even just to like get chatting to people, even if it's not going to be a romantic thing, just so you can like make some pals and have a good chit chat. You asked a few questions, so the next one. Is there a stigma in the community around coming out later in life? Not at all. Like, everyone's life moves at their own pace. Like, obviously, I mean, I hate the fact of knowing that Lucy's been with boys before me. I'm like, ew. But I mean, I've been with boys before her. But there is always that, because she'd been with a boy a lot more recently than I had, and a few more boys than me. No offense, babe, I'm not calling you a slag, don't worry. But like, there is that, like, always that feeling of like, does she want to go back to that? But like, you know full well, like, no one's leaving you for a man. Like, men are ugly and their willies probably smelling or disgusting, but there's no stigma around it at all. Like, you move at your own pace, you come out when you're ready, and the right person for you will never judge you because of your past. Like, your past is your past. It's in the past for a reason. You've come out of the other side of that. You're a new person. Like, you've literally been rebirthed as a lesbian. So I wouldn't worry about people judging you or having this stigma around you at all. And your final question, any tips for preparing for your first time with a woman? Asking for a very nervous but very excited friend. Okay, it's me. I'm the friend. You're going to have the time of your life. Like, your world is about to get rocked. I would say, especially because you're a little bit older. How old are you? 34? You're not old, but you know what I mean. You're older than me. Chances are you're going to be getting with someone who's probably also like 30s, 40s. I don't know, you might want someone in their 20s. You get with whoever you want, as long as they're over the age of 18. There's no judgment here. Yeah, chances are they're probably going to have been experienced, especially maybe you're a femme and you're getting with a mask. Like, chances are the masks are experienced in the bedroom. So hopefully you'll get with someone who's got the experience, who'll take the lead, so you can just sort of like follow the lead. But I think the most important thing in any relationship is having communication in the bedroom. Like, Lucy and I were talking about this last night. We were like, we have such banging communication in the bedroom. Like, we can have a chat whilst we're having sex. We can be like, can we try this instead? That doesn't feel good. What about this? Like, you just have to be able to work through it and be willing to like take corrections and feedback. And then, like, you know, so if someone's like, well, that doesn't feel good, they're not being nasty to you, they're just trying to have the best experience. So just be open to communicating. But I reckon whoever you're getting with has probably got experience, and if they haven't, like, enjoy that time to like figure it out together. Like, be up for having a laugh and a giggle and things not working and being like, oh my god, how the fuck do you scissor a woman? Like, just figure it out and enjoy it and have a bit of fun with it. And just have an open mind. Like, the worst thing you can do during sex, and I do it all the time, is like get in your own head, because then you're not enjoying the sex, because you're just in your head and you're like, ew, I'm disgusting, I'm ugly, this is shit. Like, I get in my head all the time. My nose is so itchy. I just convinced myself that I'm like shit at sex and I'm ugly and I'm disgusting, and it's horrible, and it makes the sex so unenjoyable. So you need to just not get in your head and just believe that like your partner's having a good time, you're having a good time, we're all having a good time, and communication is key. Good luck. I want updates, please. You finished it off, so let's see what you said. Thanks again for all you do. Your podcast has made me feel less alone during such a big shift in my life. So thank you. Thank you. Like, honestly, the fact that this podcast like is out there helping you guys feel more confident. I was saying comfortable and confident at the same time. Feeling more comfortable and confident within yourselves. Like, that's all I ever wanted to do. Like, growing up, I didn't have queer role models. So the fact that now I'm able to like have this space and give this space to you guys, give you a safe space and a little bubble of lesbianism, it just makes me so happy. I realise I've sat and swished my ponytail all episode, so soz about that, but I'm just enjoying swishing my ponytail around. Thank you, because it means a lot. Like, the fact that people actually listen, they take something away from the podcast, the fact that you guys are comfortable enough to like send me in stories like that and open up about what you've been through and, tell me about the shittest points in your life because you want to make other people feel not alone. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's actually beautiful. Like, what we're doing here, I'm doing God's work out here. Do you know what I mean? No, I'm not that cocky. But it genuinely does make me so happy. My nose is so freaking itchy. But it makes me so happy that you guys get something out of the podcast and I'm not wasting my time every week filming and editing and uploading and like putting all this work and effort in, because you guys take something from it, whether it's a laugh, whether it's advice, whether it's just having a podcast to listen to on the drive to work and you don't really pay attention, but it gets you from A to B. Whatever it is that you take from the podcast, I genuinely am so grateful that people listen and write in, and we're already at 10.5k. We only hit 10k the other week and now we're at 10.5k. I'm so grateful, and I can't wait to continue this podcast and just keep growing together as a community and being able to do more events, hopefully out of the Northeast as well. Like, I want to go global. I want to go on tour. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've got big visions for the pod, and the fact that you guys are along for the ride, and you guys can say you're the OGs. Like, obviously there's OGs who've listened since day one, like, shout out, but we're only just getting started still. Like, this podcast is going to go places, I'm telling you, because I'm going to make it happen. Like, I am so here to put in the work and the effort and the time for the podcast. And the fact that you guys are on for the journey melts my heart. So after saying that, let's wrap up this week's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Genuinely, it means the world. If you're on YouTube, give us a like, comment, subscribe. If you're on Apple or Spotify, my nose is so itchy. Give us a little 5-star review. You can turn on notifications so you can never miss an episode. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and TikTok at thelesbianlounge.podcast. Join the WhatsApp chat, send your dilemmas, take part in our Survey Monkey, all those good things. It's all in the link tree in the description of the episode. And I will see you all next Thursday for a brand new episode. Love you all so much. Bye.